Guys, we need to talk about Arweave here on the channel. Now, we haven't talked about Arweave for a while, and I can tell you that this is one of my favorite coins, and I do have a quite sizable amount of this. And yeah, let's take a quick look here at the chart. Now, you can see it is breaking a weekly resistance here at around 2150. You can see it's just getting above it right now, actually. But this, keep in mind, this is the weekly time frame, but this week just started, several hours ago. So keep that in mind as well. Now, we are starting to take out the previous several weeks. And we did have a gigantic week about 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago. But it was, followed by a bearish engulfing candle. So, let's see how far we can get. Now, next resistance should be this daily resistance up here at about 2271. And then we got to get out of this Fibonacci again. This is the reaccumulation zone here. And yeah, we just definitely need to get out of this. Now, if I zoom out a little bit, you can see that we are also breaking a resistance here on, this downward sloping resistance that we've been in since really May. Let me put this on the daily time frame so you can see this a little bit better. Yeah, you can see that we did try to break out basically the past 4 days. And yesterday, it looks like we fell back into this, trend line or whatever that's keeping us down here, this downward sloping trend line. And today we are powering through it. And that's probably why we're seeing a gigantic candle, because it looks like, we have to make a decision here within the next day or two. And it's time, guys. It's really time for Arweave to make a move and get back above $50 where it was back in May. And yeah, I mean, Arweave is an excellent project, and it's probably going to go, I predict, probably at least around $200, maybe $250. Now, there are influencers that do believe this is actually going to about $400 or $500. I don't think it's getting there. If I zoom out, guys, let's just take a look at what this Fibonacci shows us, what it can actually get to. Now, it can reach quite high, guys. Now, let me just zoom out a little bit further. Okay, so my estimate is probably somewhere between 200 to about 250, so somewhere in here. So probably I would sell at the top of this Fibonacci about $232. But in extreme, circumstances, this Fibonacci shows about $375. I think that's a long shot. But guys, you just never know. Arweave can do something excellent, and yeah, guys, we'll see. But that's just my prediction for Arweave. Now, you can take it for what you want, but yeah, I do think it's going to go about $200 to $250. Anyways, let's take a quick look here at Bitcoin. Now, I am on my second PC, so you do see a little bit different Bitcoin chart here. You can see that we've been trading basically in a channel, well, since about February. I didn't pull it back all the way to here, but basically I put this on the bottom where it fell right here, and I've just drawn a line down, connected most of these touch points basically. You can see that we did try to maybe break out in May, June, and July here. Now, this looks a little bit different on my other chart, on my other PC. But this is just showing you that basically we're trading in a channel right now, and we're still basically in this channel. So now, if we take this flagpole from the bottom, where we started basically this run down here, take it all the way to the top, that is what this yellow line is showing. So if we do have a breakout, you're probably looking at about $86,500. Now, I know my other analysis with the double bottom shows that we should get to about $74,500 to $75,000. But hey, take it for what it's worth, guys. So we have we have targets between $75,000 to $86,000, at least at this point right now. So, you know, if we take a happy medium, maybe $80,000 is the next target for Bitcoin. You know, if we got to break out of this channel, we got to break above that line of resistance. Like on my other PC, I always show that line of resistance is around 65.9, maybe 65.8 today because it keeps coming down. But yeah, guys, it's looking good for Bitcoin. If we zoom in, today I think is a little bit red though. We were up a little bit higher. Now we were even above this little area here because we do have to break above it, you know, to make this double bottom play out. Now, if we put this on the daily time frame, see this is the 4-hour time frame right now, guys. But if we put this on the daily time frame, you will be able to see this double bottom a little bit better. If I draw the line here, you can see here and here. Basically, you have two equal lows, and we have to break this line right here. So 63.4 basically. Now we tried to do that today. As you can see, if I zoom in, you will see that we did break above it a little bit. We got up to about 64.7. We just can't hold it. But we got to hold it, guys. We can't hold it for a few minutes or 5 minutes, 10 minutes. We got to hold it for longer periods of time and, you know, break above. So anyways, let's take a quick look at an economic calendar today. I want to show me an ad. Okay, I don't want to see that. Monday today, basically, we do have, you know, some, I think, speakers today. I didn't narrow this down to the most important things, but basically S&P, PMI, manufacturing, things like this, you know, services, that's all today. But we do have a number of speakers speaking today. So, yeah, and if we look at the rest of this week, let's go to Tuesday. Basically, Tuesday is just going to be consumer confidence right here, and you have HPI composite numbers and things. That's not too important. Consumer confidence is the most important for tomorrow. And if we go to Wednesday, I think Wednesday is pretty much a dead day. There's nothing really happening. There might be okay, here's one speaker I see. There could be another one. But anyways, guys, let's move on to Thursday. Thursday is actually a very important day. We do have jobless claims, durable goods, PCE prices, GDP, things like this, guys. And yeah, so definitely, you know, watch this day. We also have some speakers down here as well. Fed Chair Powell is speaking as well on Thursday. And yeah, Friday, we also have maybe the second most important day this week. We got personal income, personal spending, PCE price index, core PCE price index. So we do have a lot going on Friday as well. And we do have Michigan numbers as well, too. I don't know if there's any speakers, but from what I see, there's nothing on Friday. Real quick, if I just skim through that. Now, if we take a look at fear and greed, it's right in the middle, guys, 50. Yesterday, 52. I'm a little bit surprised we came down, you know, considering that we did have another green day yesterday. And I think we're going to get another green day today. So it is kind of a surprise to see us come down, but that's the way it is, guys. Now, if we take a quick look here at the interest rate cuts, it has actually risen for a half point. Now, yesterday, I think it was 51.8, if I remember correctly. Now we have 53%. But in my opinion, it's still 50-50. Doesn't really matter if it's 53 to 47. It could easily be a quarter point cut for November. Now, the next decision is November 7th. So keep that in mind. We still have a long way to go, guys. So don't put your bets on it just yet. Now, if you take a look at crypto bubbles, a lot of things are in green and some things are super green. I'm not sure what this is, but somehow, you know, actually this is in the top like 200 to 300. If I set this back to the 1 to 100, you will see that here's the better projects. Yeah, it's almost the same as the 200 to 300. You know, you do have some reds, but mostly the crypto market is in green. Some of the better, you know, projects like this video here talking about AR. You know, it's up 9.1%. GRT is up almost 10%. Beam is up almost 7%. Aave 9%. IMX over 12%. Near 9.3%. So yeah, guys, these projects are doing well. Most of them. Now, some of these projects that you don't know, like this one, I think this is Flare or something, and this one, I can't remember what it is. You know, pretty much unknown projects. They might be in the red. Now, if you want to stake your Arweave, guys, I do stake my Arweave in Bitrue for 2%. I would not send it to Gate.io if I were you. You risk it because Gate isn't one of the most, reliable exchanges, we can say. It's kind of risky, in my opinion. So, Bitrue, I do have quite a bit there. I've been satisfied with them. And right now it probably gives you the best percent, and it's flexible too. So anyways, guys, that is pretty much all I got for you on Arweave and about Bitcoin at the moment. If you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.